have a bird feeder. You fill it regularly. You feel good about it. But there is a real chance that right now, today, your feeder is doing more harm than good. And the birds know it, even if you don't. Most people who feed backyard birds think they are helping. And the intention is always good. But good intentions and good outcomes are not the same thing. The birds that visit your yard are making constant assessments about your feeder. Its safety, its cleanliness, its location, its contents. And when something is wrong, they don't complain. They just stop coming. If your feeder has been quieter than usual, if the birds that used to visit have been visiting less, if you have ever wondered why your neighbor's yard seems busier than yours, this video is for you. 7 mistakes. Most feeders make at least 3 of them. Yours might be making all 7. Welcome to the Bird Vault, where we go deep on the science of backyard birds, what they think, what they feel, and what they are actually telling you. Subscribe if you are new, and stay until mistake number 7. It is the one that surprises people most, because it has nothing to do with the feeder at all. Mistake 1. Your feeder is in the wrong place. This is the most common mistake and the easiest to fix. Most people put their feeder where they can see it, from the kitchen window, the living room, the back porch. That makes perfect sense for you, but birds do not care about your view. Before a bird lands on any feeder, it runs a quick threat assessment. It looks for 3 things: escape cover nearby, clear sight lines to spot predators, and no hidden ambush spots below. A feeder sitting in the middle of an open lawn with no shrubs or trees within 10 feet fails all 3 checks. Birds may visit once out of desperation, but they will never make that feeder a regular stop. Move your feeder within 10 feet of natural cover, a shrub, a hedge, a tree, and watch what happens within a week. Mistake 2. You are using the wrong seed. Walk into any grocery store and you will find bags of wild bird mix that look generous and varied. Most of them are filled with milo, red millet, and oats. And the birds you actually want at your feeder, cardinals, chickadees, finches, nuthatches, will not eat those seeds. They toss them on the ground or they stop coming entirely. The single best seed you can buy for American backyard birds is black whale sunflower seed. Cardinals love it, chickadees depend on it, woodpeckers will come for it. If you want more cardinals specifically, add safflower. House sparrows tend to avoid it, which means the birds you actually want get more time at the feeder. 1 bag swap. That is all it takes. Most people see results within 3 days. Mistake 3. Your feeder is dirty, and you do not realize how dangerous that is. A dirty feeder is not just unpleasant, it kills birds. Wet seed sitting in the bottom of a feeder for more than 2 or 3 days develops mold and bacteria, including fungal pathogens that cause fatal respiratory disease in birds. Once a bird contracts it, it almost always dies. There is no cure. Beyond mold, feeders that are not cleaned regularly accumulate droppings from visiting birds, which spread salmonella and other diseases through the entire local flock. Clean your feeder every 2 weeks minimum, every 3 to 5 days in warm, humid weather. 9 parts water to 1 part white vinegar. Scrub thoroughly, rinse completely, let it dry before refilling. Birds are extraordinarily sensitive to the health status of a feeding site. A clean feeder attracts more birds. A dirty feeder drives them away and makes them sick. Mistake 4. You have no water source, or your water source has gone bad. Multiple studies on backyard bird habitat have found that fresh water consistently attracts more species than seed alone. Birds need water for drinking, but more critically for bathing. A bird that cannot bathe regularly loses the structural integrity of its feathers, which affects its ability to fly, regulate temperature, and survive cold nights. The mistake most people make is either having no water at all or having a bird bath that has been sitting stagnant for days. Still water breeds mosquitoes and bacteria within 48 hours. A bird bath that is not refreshed every 2 to 3 days is worse than no bath at all. The single best upgrade you can make today, add a small dripper or wiggler to your bird bath. Moving water catches light, makes sound, and attracts birds from distances where a still bath is completely invisible. Cardinals in particular respond strongly to the sound of moving water. Mistake 5. You are feeding at the wrong time or not consistently enough. Birds build their daily survival around predictable routines. They know when food is available, where it is, and how reliable it is. When a feeder is inconsistent, sometimes full, sometimes empty, sometimes different seeds, sometimes moved, birds cannot build that routine around it. They find a feeder they can depend on instead. The most important feeding windows are early morning and late afternoon. These are the times when birds most urgently need calories, before the day's energy demands begin and before roosting for the night. If your feeder is empty during these windows consistently, birds will route their daily pattern around a more reliable source. Fill your feeder at the same time, keep it in the same place, use the same seed. Consistency is not just helpful. For birds, it is everything.
Mistake 6. Your yard is too loud or too unpredictable around a feeder. Birds can adapt to a consistent level of human activity around a feeder. They learn routines. They know when you come outside to get the mail. They know when the kids leave for school. That kind of predictable activity becomes background noise to them over time. But unpredictable, sudden noise is completely different. A door slamming, a dog barking unexpectedly, children running suddenly toward the feeder, a wind chime directly beside the feeding area. All of these register as alarm triggers every single time, and birds that are repeatedly startled at a feeder will eventually stop returning. Create a quiet zone around your feeder. Move wind chimes away from the feeding area. Ask children to approach slowly. Give your birds at least 30 undisturbed minutes in the early morning, the window when they need to feed most urgently. Birds that feel safe at your feeder will come back every day. Birds that feel startled will find somewhere calmer. Mistake 7. You think of yourself as a supplier, not a neighbor. This is the one that surprises people, and it has nothing to do with seed or water or location. Most people who set up a feeder think of the arrangement as a transaction. Seed goes in, birds come. Done. But that is not what is happening. The birds that return to your feeder season after season are not coming because it is convenient. They are coming because they have assessed you, your behavior, your consistency, your calmness, and decided you are safe. Research on bird cognition shows that birds remember specific humans. The cardinal that comes every morning has decided you are not a threat. That trust was built slowly, through observation, through your calm presence, through your consistency. And it can be lost the same way, slowly, quietly, visit by visit, if you stop showing up. The birds in your yard are not using your feeder. They are choosing your yard over every other yard available to them. That is not a small thing. Take care of what they gave you. 7 mistakes. Most feeders make at least 3. Now you know which ones to fix and why they matter more than most people realize. Tell us in the comments, which mistake was yours? And after fixing it, how long did it take for the birds to come back? We will see you in the Bird Vault next week.